In this video, we'll talk about how to use Cramer's rule to solve a system of two equations. So let's consider the following example. We have 2x plus 6y is equal to -1, and x plus 8y is equal to 2. So Cramer's rule says, here's what we can do. We can create a matrix called D that contains the coefficients of the x and y values. So this 2, this 6, we can imagine there's a 1 right here, and this 8. So we can create a matrix of these coefficients. So we'll do it like this: 2, 6, 1, and 8. We can then create another matrix called D of x, where it's the exact same as D, except the coefficients for the x values, so the 2 and the 1, will be replaced with whatever values are on the right-hand side of the equations. So we'll say -1, 2, and then 6 and 8. And then we can create one more matrix called dy, where it's equal to matrix D, except the coefficients for the y values, so the 6 and the 8, are replaced with the values on the right-hand side of each equation, so -1 and 2. So we can write 2, 1, and the y's are replaced with -1 and 2. Now, once we've written these three matrices, to solve for x and y, we can use the following formulas. X is equal to the determinant of matrix dx divided by the determinant of matrix D. Similarly, y can be found by calculating the determinant of matrix dy divided by the determinant of matrix D. So if you'll recall, the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix like this, if we have some matrix with values A, B, C, and D, the determinant is equal to AD minus BC. So let's calculate the determinant for each of these matrices. So we'll say the determinant of D is equal to A times D, so 2 times 8, minus B times C. So B is 6 and C is 1. So 6 and 1. So 2 times 8 is 16, minus 6 times 1, that's 6. So 16 minus 6 is 10. Okay, the determinant of dx we can calculate in a similar manner. So we have A times D, so -1 times 8, minus B times C, so 6 times 2. So we get -8 minus 12, that's -20. That's the determinant of dx. And lastly, we can calculate the determinant of dy. So A times D, so 2 times 2, minus B times C, so -1 times 1. So we get 2 times 2 is 4, minus a -1, that's 4 plus 1, which is 5. Okay, so our last steps are solving for x and y. So x, we said, is the determinant of d of x, so that's -20, divided by the determinant of d, which we found was 10. So -20 divided by 10, that's -2. And for y, we have the determinant of d of y, so 5, divided by the determinant of d, which we found was 10. So 5 over 10, that can be reduced to 1/2. So our final answers are x is equal to -2 and y is equal to 1/2. And if we want to double check that that's correct, we can plug these x and y values into either of these original equations. So for example, if we plug it into this second equation, we get -2 plus 8 times y, we said y is 1/2, is equal to 2. So -2 plus 8 times 1/2, that's 4. So -2 plus 4 is equal to 2. So this whole left side is equal to 2, which is equal to the right-hand side of 2. So that checks out. So our final answers are x is equal to -2 and y is equal to 1/2.